is different is the ability for there to be one-on-one style communication with one person in one country and an expert in another, and it to happen simultaneously all over the world, and the expert doesn't have to be there. And yet the experience is still interactive, where the other person can drive the conversation. That's just never happened before in the history of the world, especially when you add the audio component. And from what I understand, in the next few weeks, the video component will come out. I mean, ideally, we get to the point where I could be doing this show right now, and I'm actually 6 blocks away at the beach, sitting on the beach at Delray Beach, Florida, which is where I live. And my clone is here doing this, and you might not notice. And if you did notice, you might not care. I don't think we're necessarily that far off. Hugo says, we live in exciting times. I absolutely agree. When do you foresee your clone being able to analyze audio recordings and provide public speaking advice? Well, it currently gives public speaking advice, and I'm going to demonstrate it here later. Now, it's not yet able to analyze audio recordings unless you're just speaking to it, and then it can analyze your messages, your words, your ideas. It cannot analyze your tone, your speaking speed, and your volume. But if you want to come on and ask my clone a question, Hugo, I'd be happy to let you test it out right here. And you can also just go to it anytime. Right now, we're in a sort of a beta phase, so we're making it completely open to anyone. You don't even have to give me your name or your email address. I will put that up here shortly for those of you who want to join it. But I want to watch a little more of this demonstration. I wasn't planning on spending this much time with a promotional video from OpenAI, but I got to tell you, it is absolutely riveting being able to give direction like that. I'm glad I'm not a Hollywood actor. But I don't want to be too smug here, folks, because maybe this thing makes my expertise completely irrelevant. Maybe in a year, no one wants my courses. No one wants to hire me for a speech or a training. So, let's not get too smug here, folks. I don't have all the answers. We are all, most technologists would say at some point, general artificial intelligence will make virtually every traditional job irrelevant because the AI can do it better. Will we want human caregivers or artists that we can see them and touch them? Maybe. Will humans evolve into other services that are professions that are in demand? Possibly. But you could say any current profession as it is currently practiced, at some point, general artificial intelligence will be able to do better, cheaper. Now, will that happen in 5 years or is that 200 years out? I don't know where. I'm not making any predictions on that. I do think for right now, all any of us can do is try to learn as much as possible, figure out at what point do we want to hop in and use a new technology. You hop in way too soon, you can lose a lot of money. If I had the brilliant idea of starting Uber in 1998, I could have raised maybe $5 billion. I would have lost every penny. Uber didn't work until everybody had a cell phone and the technology and the GPS and everything else had to be in place. So certain things only work when other things are in place. I do think that all the pieces are in place for artificial intelligence cloning to explode. And there's going to be a period where there are going to be a huge number of big winners and a lot of people who don't win anything, and some people who see their businesses decimated. Certainly online training did that to a lot of people who were only used to training in person. When you combine the pandemic with the rise of people's interest in online training, people who built in a lot of online courses and made online courses did really well. People who did not adapt to the technology became irrelevant. And I'm worried. I got to say, I wake up every day worried that I'm not going to catch this trend the right way when it comes to cloning technology, AI clones. I'm pretty confident it's not too late. That's the one thing I'm confident, because I don't see any of my competitors using clones at this point. That's how I know it's not too late. I also feel like it's not too early because of things like these developments we're seeing announced just yesterday by OpenAI. and the fact that they're now consumer platforms. Some of them, Be Human is one I've talked about. Coachvox is another one. Delphi.ai is one. That is the one that I'm currently using and have built my own clone with, which we'll be talking about later. And Hugo has to pop off, but Hugo, glad you could stop by, and please let us know when you can come back again, and feel free to ask me or my clone questions. Okay, we're going to continue this exploration of the latest developments from the folks at OpenAI. Let's listen in.
You feel a lot more relaxed.
You've just seen the voice capabilities, but we also want to show you the vision capabilities, as the model can also see the whole world around us.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, as you can see, you can chat with ChatGPT in real time, but you can also interact with it with video as well. Okay, so let me boot up ChatGPT. Hey, ChatGPT.
Okay, so now I'm really getting excited, because to me, this is the missing piece. Because what I do, what people pay me to do when they pay a lot of money for a full day of training time with me, is they're paying me to typically be in the same room with them. They do a sample speech, they do a sample media interview. Often I'm interviewing them. We record it, but then I'm watching them and I'm critiquing everything they do with their hands, their eyes, the eye darting, fidgeting. I'm giving a detailed analysis of everything I see. And it can be sometimes a little tell, like their foot is tapping under the floor and they think no one notices it. And I'll zoom in with the camera, but I'll also point it out. That's the part where just being able to ask a question and hear an audio doesn't deal with that. So I really want to see what the capabilities are now of the artificial intelligence using a camera to, I won't say seeing, that sounds like I'm anthropomorphizing, but it's inputting data visually through a camera. Let's see what it does.
GPT.
Hello there. How's it going?
It's going really well. Today, I'd really like your help solving a math problem.
I'm all ears. What math problem can I help you tackle today?
So I'm going to write down a linear equation on a sheet of paper and I'll show you. And then I'd love your help working me through it. But importantly, don't tell me the solution, just help give me hints along the way.
Got it. Okay, I see it.
No, I didn't show you yet. Just give me help along the way. 1 second.
Okay, a few glitches there.
Whoops. I got too excited. I'm ready when you are.
So, ChatGPT, what equation did I write down there?
I see it now. You wrote down 3x plus 1 equals 4.
Yep,
Let's work.
exactly. So what's the first step I should take to try to solve this?